with all that experiences and the drive and the passion, how did you become a manager? I'm just trying to
Well,
move it forward.
yeah, moving it forward, how I transitioned was you, working in a dealer environment. Um, as a technician, there comes a point where you hit a ceiling.
Yeah.
You understand? It's very difficult to transition from being a line tech into management. Okay,
Hmm.
it ties in with you being exceptionally buddy or chummy with management, so you become a favorite, and then they kind of choose you.
Sure. Yeah.
You understand? You know, you've been in the industry a long time yourself, so you know how it works.
Yeah.
But my personality is not like that. You've worked with me, you know how I work.
Hmm.
My thing is about it's not about talking about it, it's about showing it.
Yeah.
You understand? It's about
Yeah.
numbers, ones and
Yeah.
zeros, and making proving your point.
Yeah.
It's about how you speak to a customer, how you deliver your product at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
you
just
judge you judge someone by their actions, not by what they
exact
say. Yeah.
right. But that's the environment that I'm coming from, where if I want something, I'm gonna go out and work at it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it the best that I can possibly do, you know? So um I realized when I was in the dealership, in the dealer environment, that I had I hit a ceiling. Like there was nowhere else to go,
To go. Yeah.
and the job wasn't challenging enough for me anymore. Like I think when I was my last dealership gig, when I was on the line, was at Al Hendrickson. Is it Al Hendrickson? I'm trying to remember which one of the Honda's dealerships I was at the time.
Yeah.
That was my last. I was in Atlanta. Anyway, that was my last gig, and I realized that these guys, they're not gonna give an opportunity like that to a little guy like me.
Yeah.
So I have to create my own opportunity.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Understand? So one of the things that um I did was, which every line tech at a dealership does at some point, is I started up my own little shop.
Yeah.
I had my own little shop going on in Conyers, Georgia, and it grew so fast that I was in a position where I was able to step away from the dealership environment.
Uh huh.
Right. And I was running my own operation. Now, what
Yeah.
ended up happening because of that is a lot of technicians, even some of the service advisors that still work for the dealerships,
Yeah.
they were like, hey, we can't fix this problem. Call Steve.
Yeah.
You
They will
understand?
send. Yeah. They will. Yeah. They
Call
will
Steve.
recommend. Yeah. Recommend their customers to come to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He'll take the time. And to be fair, a lot of line technicians, because you're working on a flat rate schedule in the States. I mean, in the
Yeah.
Caribbean, it's a little bit different, and in Latin America, it's a little bit different. But when you're in the States and Canada, it's all flat rate time.
Yeah.
You understand? So a lot of technicians don't have the ability to invest that time in really diagnosing and fixing a problem on a
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Whereas I had that ability. I could take your car and sit on that car for the day and
For the
really
day.
figure
Yeah.
out what's going
Mm-hmm.
on with it,
Mm-hmm.
diagnose it down to the T, and repair that problem. So a lot of service advisors um, was realizing that I had this skill. And if you've ever really worked in a dealership, you know that it's easy. Just like the customers get frustrated, the staff gets frustrated.
Frustrated. Yeah.
You understand? And people start getting aggravated, irritated when they see it. You see a customer coming through the door, you're like, oh man, here comes that one again.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. So
understand?
someone to run and hide.
Exactly. Some actually do run and hide. But what ended up happening is a lot of the service advisors started employing the honesty factor. They're like, listen,
Yeah.
we can't fix this.
Yeah.
You understand? We don't. Our guys is not going to invest the time into
Yeah.
diagnosing what is going on with your
Yeah.
car,
And it's gonna take a long
and
time.
it's going to cost a lot of money, because if we're doing a flat rate time, the average technician is going to ask for a diagnosis process. I mean, now in these days, the systems are quite advanced, where the CAN systems and all of that. The
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
diagnoses
Plug and
itself,
play, and that's it.
plug
Yeah.
and play. But back then, it wasn't like that. You need
Yeah.
to pull out your voltmeter and get to work. You
Yeah.
understand? Figure out what's going on, pin in,
Mm-hmm.
pin out on ECUs and all of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of advisors was like, listen, we can't get into it like that on your vehicle. So call this guy up.
Mm-hmm.
So what ended up happening is one customer would come to me, they would get satisfied with what it is that I did on
Yeah.
their vehicle, and then they would recommend their whole
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
And then that
Word of mouth.
family
Word
would
of mouth
start
is the best
referring their
form of
friends.
advertisement. Yeah.
Exactly. And then my business grew by leaps and bounds in a very, very short. As a matter of fact, it grew so fast that I was not able to really stay abreast of everything.
Uh huh.
You understand me? So yeah, that's basically that. So I was operating my own shop for a moment, several years actually, and I went through a divorce.
Oh,
Big
well.
D word.
Yeah.
And it happens with a lot of entrepreneurs because you
Mm-hmm.
dedicate so much time
Time. Yeah.
in cultivating a business that you neglect other areas of your life, and that's what
Yeah.
happened to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When you try to build somewhere and somewhere else gets neglected. It's a circle of life. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So I went through a divorce, and during the divorce, a lot of things happened. A lot of things was played out that I basically took it as an opportunity to move back to the Caribbean,
Yeah. Yeah. Reinvent yourself. Yeah.
reinvent myself. Exactly. Um, so I came to Jamaica, and I was there. Actually, I came to Jamaica for 3 weeks. I came on vacation to just kind of clear my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3 weeks turned into 3 months, and the 3 months turned into 6 months. And then it got to the point I realized that I can't just be sitting here and just not doing anything. I
Yeah.
have all this talent. I have all this talent. And there's a lot of young guys here that is in need of the knowledge of this talent,
Yeah.
right? I came to Jamaica, and I called around, and I went to a few dealerships looking at their situation. And to me, it was like these guys are trapped in the 70s.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Their
It's
systems are not
just the old way of
advanced.
thinking. Yeah.
Exactly. Their systems weren't advanced. Their throughput layout, everything was just wrong.
Yeah.
Like this is how dealerships ran back, like when I was first starting trade. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me?
Yeah.
And beyond.
Yeah,
So
and a lot of that has to do with the exposure, especially at the top. The top didn't know exactly what was going on in the rest of the world, right?
exactly,
So
exactly,
they grew up. You grew up in Jamaica. You hardly go anywhere. You hardly go on conferences and seminars and workshops and all this,
exactly,
and then
exactly.
there's little or no exposure.
hmm So um, I went when I called up Toyota. I actually called them over the phone, and I spoke to the service manager at the time. And I
Hmm.
said, listen, I'm here in Jamaica. I just came back from the States. This is my experience. I'm an ASC certified master tech, da 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 da. He said, hey, come in and see me. So I went in, and I actually brought my little certification book here.
Yeah.
And it's this is just this is a small one.
It's like a thesis,
Yeah, exactly.
a
This
small
is a
thesis.
small
Yeah.
one. But I never played around. When I got into the dealership environment, every dealership I've ever worked at, the first thing I asked them, hey, let me know how your training program is.
Yeah.
You understand? That there was
Yeah.
a point when I was
That's
actually
essential. Yeah.
exactly when I was with Honda. Like a lot of the training seminars was not in Atlanta itself. It was in North Carolina.
Right.
And back then, that is. Now they've moved the operation to Atlanta, Georgia. But a lot of it I paid out of my pocket.
Hmm.
You understand? To go and stay in the hotel. The training was provided through the manufacturer, but I paid it out of my pocket because I just wanted to go. They're like, nah, we have this guy and this guy slated to go. We're paying for their trip. And
Right.
I was like, hey, if you can get me on the schedule to attend the program, to attend the
Hmm.
class, I'll pay for my own hotel. I'll
Okay.
drive my own car to go to the training. You understand? Because I knew that at the end of the day, when I walk out of those training programs with these certifications, it only makes me
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
better
Your
technician.
credentials. Yeah. Make your
Not
credentials look
not just
better.
for the
Yeah.
credentials, but my me being able to diagnose a problem in the car literally was cut in half and then cut down to a quarter of the time.
Hmm. Hmm.
You understand? And when you're on a flat rate system, it's about how fast you can get that job done.
Done. Yeah.
You understand? So, like when I was at the Honda in my last stint, a lot of guys were puzzled. How is this guy turning 160, 180 hours per pay period? It's because I applied myself.
Yeah.
You understand? When that car is coming through the bay door, I know exactly what I'm listening for before it even gets into my bay.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I know that engine has a miss. I know what's going on with it. So it's like, it's taken another technician 2 hours to diagnose. I have it diagnosed in 5 minutes.
But you see, based on what I'm hearing so far, you contributed to two things. One is that you have proven the analysis that the more experienced technicians normally go out and start their own shops, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then what that does now is cause a chain reaction, because the far more experienced and knowledgeable employees are no longer a part of the dealership, and that is why dealerships are lagging behind. So
exactly. It becomes like a brain drain situation for dealers.
Exactly. So, yes, that's exactly what it is, and that's why to me personally, I feel that the dealership environment right now is suffering. So, which leads me to my next question to you: how has operations changed in the dealership environment since you left it?